When I was 25, I began voice lessons. My teacher's name was Everett. Everheart, strong as a wild boar. Your voice was rich and mellow. You had control and power, authority and beauty, seductiveness and compassion. A heart that came from the diaphragm, source of the column of breath that rises from the gut, from the vital organs, of which the mouth is one. The mouth, your voice said to me, is the exit from the body and the entry to the world, the opening at which the inner and the outer breath are one, and the private and public air can mix. Everett gave me satin dresses, red and white and black, bought at mansion sales. I was to perform in the gowns, for Everett wanted me to be a chanteuse, creating heat with torch songs, to be a singer. On the night of his 60th birthday, Everett came to hear me at a club. He said my singing was the best gift he could receive. Once early on, he told me, "You have a golden voice." Sometime later, I said, "I want to be a star." He said, "You will be." Not long after that, Everett became ill, and lessons were canceled week after week. When he began teaching again, I did not return. Another of his students told me, "Everett's asking about you. You're like a daughter to him." Still, I did not return. Everett, Everheart. The next time I heard about you from a student, she told me you had died. Someone, a disgruntled lover it was said, had knifed you in your studio, where you had moved my voice to sing and speak in ways I had not known before. Mouthpiece, one who speaks on behalf of others, one who expresses another's sentiments and opinions, one who gives public circulation to the common soul. Mouthpiece, something to put in the mouth. That part of a musical instrument which is placed between the lips and is usually made of a material agreeable to the mouth. Mouthpiece, an instrument in which the vibration of membrane sends forth harmonies that scholars throughout the ages have been unable to reduce into components and have therefore named aesthetics and poetics. Examples include wood-wind and flesh-cock. Wood-wind and flesh-cock speak. They announce, proclaim, both by sensation. I speak in public. Seas and rivers, desert prairies speak. They reverberate, emit the sounds that scholars cannot categorize. I speak in private. Baying hounds give tongue and firearms report. I speak on, against, and for. Speak, to exercise the voice, to loosen discourse, to deliver an address in an assembly, to disclose, reveal, to appeal to, touch, affect, or influence. I speak to desires. I am on speaking terms with you. I speak for those of you who don't yet know the words, who've lost your tongues, who have not found your voice, who are afraid to tell your stories, fearful they may be too telling. I will be your mouth, speak out, so as to be heard distinctly. I will speak up, testify to acts, emotions that exist in speechlessness because belief calls them unspeakable. I just want to testify what your love has done for me. And so I have a foul mouth, trash mouth, Big mouth for speaking on the streets and in the bedrooms. With my big mouth, I can eat your heart, swallow your pride, devour you if I desire. With my big mouth, I speak in blood and shit, in cum, saliva, and in orgasm, in wisdom gained through books and body. And it was written that he was excruciatingly close to coming. And then he came, she said, for I drew out his semen, warm and slow, and I tasted his orgasm. I took him wholly into me, into the body of the world. I speak with a learned tongue, for I am the spokeswoman, woman who speaks. Belief that the feminine nature could be coarsened by learning has been coupled in history with the idea that it is in woman's nature to say too much. Loquaciousness in the female sex has been remarked upon, not surprisingly, by the most voluble of men. Woman's wagging tongue was discussed by Aristotle, Aristophanes, Juvenal, the Babylonian Talmud, Swift, Ben Franklin, Shakespeare, and Milton. Her silence was counted a virtue by Sophocles, Plutarch, St. Paul, and Samuel Johnson. Babblers, tattlers, gossips, chatterboxes, nags, and scolds. The descriptions apply to one sex only and suggest a severe defect of character. It is said that women gush. Ah, but men gush, gushers. We run on about insignificant matters. The din is infernal. What's a man to do? A popular pub in London, the Silent Woman, named for the Ben Jonson farce, has as its tavern sign a headless female torso, a final resort. I am words woman, she said, swords woman, and I use wordplay as a weapon from the head and lips. I speak in leather as an animal, in black hair. I speak in metaphor and emblem. I speak in legend and case history, as seer, goddess, scholar. And it is said that all who feared and loved her listened well, for otherwise they would die in sorrow, never knowing how to speak, from Greek sparagasthai to crackle, from Sanskrit svurjati, it roars, it crackles. You speak of omens. I don't hear men doing that. My mother always has, and my women friends. You speak of the sexy black death snake you met on the mountain trail, on your approach to a rock you later climbed. You speak of white rabbit heads brought to you by your dogs. You speak of your own terror, and your terror speaks belief in magic, and your words themselves are speaking magic, spoken magic, the making of magic speech, the capacity to make magic speak. Your breath spoke to me. That was before we began to breathe hard with desire. We sat on the hood of my car, and you asked me if I'd sleep with you, and I smelled your breath, your fragility. I touched your hair and cheek, and you wanted to kiss me, and you took my fingers in your mouth and had one hand at my waist and tucked a finger between my sock and skin. It's hard to describe how I scrutinized you. It's simply that I felt your vulnerability, and in that, your desire, so strongly that I thought, how can I? How can I do this? Sleep with you. I felt absolutely drawn, yet distant in scrutiny. I felt soft, like I was a balmy breeze, an angel in your arms. The wind was speaking, and I had no idea what age I was. We made love, and the rocks spoke. We were moving through the rocks. We moved, and the rocks moved with us. We were moving rocks, moving mountains. We speak in love letters. Love alters the order of our customary alphabet. We speak in blood letters. Imagine ripping each other apart when we make love. A recreation of ancient ritual in which the male was sacrificed. You speak, I am your lover, you can't kill me, but cut me, make incisions in my back, suck my blood, and I'll lick yours from between your legs. You speak in the wild about wanting to know me in the mountain winterlands, in a sleeping bag, bedded down, my cold nose to your cheek, to take me to the snows I've never seen, so you can lace me in your love, close to the earth, my dark hair in our mouths when we kiss. You speak in the grocery store, I want a bloody wine. You speak in the restaurant to the waiter, which wine is the bloodiest? You make the red wine speak when you pour it on and into me, and sip it from my cunt and lips and let it sink into my hair so that it mats and smells like flowering soil. When you speak in mild words to your mother of the magic spoken from our blood and brains and bodies, she says she sees a red flag waving darkly like her mother's visions, feared by the family, who do not understand the source or point of prophecy, in which it seems you share your grandma's gift. But your mother need not worry, for in 50 years you and I will speak together on our golden anniversary. You are my goldsmith, gold mine filled with sunny dispositions of my wealth.